You're listening to The Dr. Shoup Show.
Smile like you mean it.
Well, I know all my learned listeners know that is the rhyme of the ancient mariner, and it sets the stage for us to talk about, guess what? Water. Yes, it's absolutely right. Everybody is out in water all summer. We're in swimming pools, we're in lakes. Everybody is told to drink water, drink water. So you all have asked me to address the issue of water on the program. How important is it to your health? How important is it in relationship to dentistry? How important is it in relationship to disease processes? So here we go. We're going to talk about water today. And first thing we're going to do is some fun stuff. We're going to talk about myths and misconceptions about water. And I'm going to give you 4 of them. And here they go. Number 1. Did you know there is very little evidence that drinking water or drinking lots of water promotes any sort of weight loss? That is true. It is a myth. You're told to drink water, drink water, drink water if you want to lose weight. There isn't one good piece of data or evidence that indicates, there's no double-blinded study that shows that this group of people over here drank lots and lots and lots of water, and these people over here drank normal amounts of water, and the people over here that drank lots and lots and lots of water lost weight. Absolutely a total, complete myth. And so if you're trying to lose weight, now drinking water is a really good thing. I'm not going to, knock you for drinking lots of water, but does it promote or do anything to help any of us lose weight? I'm sorry, it doesn't. Okay. Number 2. You sometimes will be told that if you drink really, really cold water, your body has to burn more calories to heat that water up. So if you want to burn a few extra calories, you're supposed to drink really, really cold iced beverages all the time. Absolutely, positively a myth. Not true whatsoever. The absolute teeny, itsy bitsy, little minuscule amount of thermal energy that it takes your body to heat up that little teeny amount of water is almost incalculable. So no, it does not get you any extra caloric burn if you drink ice water instead of regular water. You're listening to the Dr. Randy Shoup Show. I am your host, Dr. Randy Shoup. And we're talking about water. We're talking about water everywhere. And we're talking about some myths and misconceptions. Number 3, you should drink at least 3 8-ounce glasses of water every day. Absolutely a myth. Water is water. You get water if you drink green tea, if you drink a cup of coffee, if you drink mineral water, if you drink fruit juices that are mostly consist of water. All of those things count for your liquid water intake. So absolutely drinking 3 specific 8-ounce or 10-ounce or 12-ounce glasses of nothing but water every day is a myth. It is not essential because we get lots of water in a whole bunches of other things we drink and consume anyway. Okay, number 4. If it's a really, really hot day, what you need to do is drink a beverage, drink really, really hot water, and it will make you feel cool. So drinking really, really hot beverages on a really, really hot day makes you feel cooler, and it by virtue of the comparison of the temperatures. Absolutely false. There's no data. It doesn't make thermal sense whatsoever. But a lot of people believe these things, and they're absolutely convinced that these things happen. And so, no, it does not work. You're listening to the Dr. Randy Shoup Show. I am your host, Dr. Randy Shoup, and we're talking about water today in dental school in our first segment. And so what we want to do is we've dispelled 4 of the big myths, and now we're going to get to something that's a lot more serious. All of us love to go swimming in the summertime, and we love taking our kids to pools and so forth. But this is from the Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center. This is a study that they released just last week, and it says one of the worst offenders in terms of you getting exposed to diseases in the summertime is the kiddie wading pool. Warm, shallow water with kids in swim diapers, most of which don't work really well at containing what they're supposed to contain, can create a perfect breeding ground for waterborne infections, even in chlorinated water. And so what they recommend is you tell your children, I thought this was kind of funny. This is a scientific paper, but they actually said this, recommend and try to have your children avoid swallowing the water when you're in pools or at water parks. Now, okay, you got a 1.5-year-old and you throw them into the kiddie wading pool, they're going to drink that water. They're just, what are you going to do? You can't do anything about it. But that's exactly the point. These kiddie wading pools, small, shallow, warm, filled with bacteria, filled with little kids in bad diapers. The kids were there peeing in the pool and all that kind of good stuff. You have to really, really be careful. And if you go to a public pool, if you go to a lake, if you go to a swimming recreational area at all, and you start to develop intestinal problems, you start to develop flu-like symptoms, you start to develop stomach ache, you develop diarrhea, you undoubtedly have some sort of a waterborne bacteria that has gotten into your system that has really gone down and done just a huge hatchet job on your intestinal tract. So you probably have acquired a waterborne illness. Now, there's a couple of waterborne illnesses in lakes and streams that are really pretty serious, and I highly recommend you don't let little children in lakes and streams, especially if there's livestock around, because they can pick up both viruses and bacteria from these water sources. So there you have it. You have 4 myths that we dispelled, and you have good recommendations about public pools, and be careful, particularly in kiddie wading pools.
You're listening to The Dr. Shoup Show. Exclusive insider info, audio, and video is online now at ddsradio.com.